Brain Trust heads to the table.
Calgary
New coach.
Proud to select from Västerås, Sweden, Mikael Backlund.
Ready Bork dropping it for Backlund. Scores! Mikael Backlund's first NHL goal!
Out to his own blue line, agitated on the play, stealing the puck for Calgary, and she scores! Mikael Backlund!
Backlund able to work it over the line. Out to center, gets it back himself, has a step, Backlund in front, scores!
This is Backlund moving in, and he scores! Oh, Mikael Backlund!
What's that like when you really start to incorporate yourself into a community like this, and now 14 years later you got family, kids born here. Just take me through that journey a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely a journey. It's pretty crazy. Coming in here, start off staying at my agent's house, got my first apartment, condo, and that was a big step. I remember getting the first letter that I could get my own place, and that was really cool. Learned a little bit about myself early on, and getting to know the city. Yeah, where I'm at today, a wife and 2 kids, 1 dog. It's been a crazy road. I lived in a lot of places here too in Calgary. The house we own right now is the first one we bought, and that was when I signed the latest deal, the 6-year deal, and felt like it was time to buy something here and feel like it's for real home. Because it's special when you own something. It feels even more home. At least that's how we feel. Make our home and then to have our children there, or 2 little kiddos. So yeah, it's becoming really special. Both Lily, our dog that passed, and Dexter are from Calgary as well. So
Right.
all our 4 kids are Calgarians. So it's pretty cool. So once they're down here, we're not just gonna cut ties and never come back. It's a special place for us. And for me, I've been here so long, it's really special. But also for Frida, because she's been there 7 years, something like that now. And I grew up skiing a lot, so it'd be pretty cool to come back and ski out in the mountains here as well.
And skiing, that's something you can't do in the hockey season. You got to make sure you come back and get the full mountain experience after, right? 800 games. When you talk about, you mentioned in the NHL, you're never really sure how well things are going to last and how things, progress forward. But to do that all with one team and to see your name among those that are just ahead of you on that games played list in franchise history, those are some pretty iconic names. And do you take a second? Can you appreciate that when you're still playing it, or does it have to kind of one of those things that sinks in a little later?
When you look back, it'll really sink in. But for me personally, it feels really special to be out there with those names, and just especially going back to my early years here, it was a really bit of a roller coaster, trying to find my way in the league and find my way on a spot in this team, a consistent spot. And I've seen so many coaches, players, a few GMs. It's pretty crazy I'm still here. Early in my career, yeah, there sure was some talks and we'll see for real and all that kind of stuff. So it feels really good to still be here and to prove people that I can be a good player for Calgary Flames and a big part of the group.
Circle moving in, they shot, they score!
Do you remember like a time kind of when it started to click in a little bit, or when you really start to feel things, I'm not going to say comfortable, because I know that's kind of a dangerous word at times with playing at the highest level, but just where it felt like you fit and where you knew you belonged, on and off the ice, just the way that it settled in for you?
Lockout season was a good step for me forward, but even the year after, I had a slow start. I was scratched for 1 game and put on the 4th line early on by Bob. Wasn't happy with it, but didn't agree with it. But I had to be better. I knew that. So, but later that year, I started playing better and better, and I got more opportunity, and that's when I kind of slotted into our 2nd line center, and my 200 games started to really come around, and I got to play against top players, and started to feel like they were really trusting me.
Circle back with a shot.
Don't eat the grass, buddy. Come on. Probably my best stretch in my whole career, that month before COVID happened.
Short-handed, gets a step, moves in, scores! Load, Backlund, Deeks, shoots, scores! Moving in, Backlund, scores! Stay in as Backlund banks it out, gets it back himself. Here's Backlund, Mikael Backlund, scores!
It's unfortunate that COVID came, but I felt that I played really well in the bubble as well.
His way down, and he makes no mistake.
You guys must spend a lot of time here after practices, just so you can get some fresh air taken in. Normally we'd have a view here, but not today.
And he unfortunately lost his sister a year ago. That was really hard, one of the toughest days.
Yeah.
You know, it's never had that. I mean, I had some pets when I was a kid, but it's different when you're actually the parents.
The connection, right?
Yeah. So it was hard, but he's been doing well being alone, and we spent lots of time here in this park. My routine used to be that I would, after meetings, go home, pick up the dogs, come here for a walk, and then go home and have lunch. So
clear the mind a little bit.
Yeah, I like to go for walks. I even go for walks on the road by myself a lot, and I added that into my routine. Like after my nap, I always take Dexter for a walk after when I wake up, and on the road I walk by myself. So I like to get some fresh air and wake up a little bit, and he's happy, so that's good.
That's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
What has family meant to you, the support, and how has it kind of changed perspective? You know, we see all these great shots. You guys as a team have so many, young kids down by the glass, and it's so awesome to watch. But I just imagine as a player, you got to kind of soak those moments up when, I know maybe they don't necessarily appreciate all of it just yet because they're still young, but you do, I would assume, just those moments. Yeah,
it's great when the times she comes to the games and to warm-ups, and I love seeing her behind the glass and how excited she gets. The first few times she came, she was just so little before COVID, and she didn't understand. But now she's almost 3, and it's you can just see the joy in her eyes, and it's when she sees that it's me, and it's just awesome to see her. Having a family is just it's the best thing. A lot of pressure off on the hockey too when you have to leave the rink. Easier to put focus on just the kids and Frida and want extra too, and it's so great to come home and they're always happy to see you, and no matter how you play or what the score is. So same with dogs, are almost even better than that.
That's right.
I mean, when Tillie gets older and Oliver gets older, maybe they'll chirp me, I don't know, but next to never will.
That's right. Dexter's always going to be there.
Frida's been a great support for me from day one here. She's been awesome. She's been a big part of me being a little more relaxed off the ice and just all in, because I was a really super serious kid. That's probably what took me to NHL, being so dedicated, but it also had its early in my career, it could be a little too much for me, a little too much hockey, and affect my game too. So she's been a great support for me, just to balance my life a little bit more in a great way. Can't just always think about hockey. There's more to life, and if you feel good off the ice, then it's easier to work out, practice, play, perform, whatever it is. So.
Over, Backlund shoots, scores.
Hey, congratulations on 800, and always great to chat with you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Parker. Awesome.